morning year one. Today in maths we are going to be comparing numbers between 0 and 20. Now you might see on the screen that we have got our more than, less than and equal to symbols. We've used those before in maths and we're going to be using them again today. Our star words for today are equal to, more than, greater than, less than, fewer than, tens, ones, compare, most and least. So see how many of those words you can use today. Right, let's do our power up that we've been doing all week to warm up those brains. Remember, get your adult to set a minute timer on their phone and see how many numbers you can get between 0 and 20. Remember, don't worry if you don't get them all. See if you can get more than yesterday. Right, pause the video here and do your numbers. Well done for doing that. Have a look on the screen and check that you got them all in the right order and your numbers the right way around. Tomorrow will be our last day of seeing how many numbers we can do between 0 and 20 in a minute. So really check those numbers that you didn't get. For our second power up today, what I'd like you to do is choose objects to count in these pictures. Whilst you're counting, I want you to think of if you know an easier way to count. How could we arrange these objects to make it easier for us to count? Have a think of the learning we've done earlier in this week and see if that helps you come up with an idea. Pause the video here and count these objects. Let's discover today's learning together and read our question. Our question says, compare the amounts of toys Sam and Tom have. Who has more? Use objects to prove your answer. Let's have a look on the screen. Here I can see Sam and he has, what's this number? 15. Well done. He has 15 toys. Then over here we have Tom. And how many toys does he have? Can you tell me what this number is? Fantastic, that's 13. So Tom has 13 toys and Sam has 15 toys. And our question is asking us to compare them to see who has more. Now you might already know who has more just off the top of your head. Don't worry if you don't, because we will go through it together. But if you do, we've got to think of how we can show that, how we can prove that that person has more. Can you think of how we can prove who has more? What could we use? What could we do? Pause the video now and have a chat with your adult to see if you can think of a way of proving who has more. What I'm going to do is represent the amount of toys that each boy has using cubes. Then, once I've represented the amounts, I can compare them, looking to see which boy has the bigger number of cubes. If you don't have cubes in your home, you could do this with anything that you have a large amount of. You could use pieces of food or go outside and find some rocks, but you can use anything to represent the amount of toys. Let's represent them now. I can see that Sam has 15 toys and Tom has 13 toys. Looking at these numbers, I know that both of those are bigger than 10. So each boy is going to need a group of 10. Let's give that to them now. There we go. Both boys have a group of 10. What I need to do now is add the ones, and I will count on making sure that the boys have the right amount of toys. Let's start with Sam. He already has 10 here. He already has 10 cubes and we need to give him 15. Count on with me and let's stop when we get to 15. Are you ready? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Sam has got his 15 toys represented by my cubes. Now let's do Tom. Tom has got his group of 10 and now we need to count on our ones until we get to 13. Are you ready to count along with me? 10, 11, 12, 13. Brilliant. Both boys have got a representation of their amount of toys. Now we need to compare them. Look at both of the groups of cubes. Who has more cubes? Is it Sam over here with 15, or is it Tom with 13? Tell the adult you're with. Well done. Sam clearly has the bigger group here. They both have one group of 10. So really what we're looking at is our ones pile here. Sam's one pile of 5 is bigger than Tom's ones pile of 3. Therefore, Sam must have more. Now, in this circle here, we need to put either our greater than, less than, or equal to symbol. I'll show you those symbols now. Here is our less than symbol. Here is our more than symbol. And here is our equal symbol. Which symbol are we going to need in our circle? Does Sam have less than, greater than, or equal to the amount of cubes that Tom has? Have a think now and pause the video. Tell your adult which symbol we're going to need in the middle. Fantastic. We are going to need our greater than symbol. Remember, we always read starting from this side, and 15 is greater than 13. So we have found out the answer to our question. Sam has more, and we were able to prove it by representing their amount using cubes. Right, let's do one more. Now it's your turn. Let's look at this question. Who has more toys, Sam or Tom? Let's start by looking at how many toys they have. What number's this? Brilliant. That is the number 16. So Sam has 16 toys. What number is this one here? Fantastic. 19. Tom has 19 toys. What I'd like you to do is find objects from around your home that you have a lot of that you can use to represent these amounts. Then represent the amounts 16 and 19. See if you can group them into tens and ones to make it easier. Then look at them, see which group has more, which is the bigger group. Then you can come back to this video and see if we're going to need our more than, less than, or equal to symbol. Pause the video now and have a go at that in your home. Did you do that? Amazing. Right, let's look at what you would have. So I can see both numbers are bigger than 10. So we're going to need one group of 10 for each boy. Then Sam has 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and Tom has 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Did you see that? Brilliant. Which one has more? Fantastic. Tom has the bigger amount, therefore he has more. Let's think about those symbols. What needs to go in here? Remember, we read starting from this side. So, is 16 more or less than 19? Well done. 16 is less than 19. So we're going to have our less than symbol. Remember, a nice way to remember which way the symbols go round is think of it as a crocodile, and the crocodile likes to eat the bigger number. So that will help you when you're drawing your more than and less than symbols later. 16 is less than 19, and that means that 19 is more. So Tom has more toys. Your task for today is to use your more than and less than symbols to compare these numbers. The first one has been done for you. 11 is less than 13. Don't forget to use objects to help you. Split the numbers into tens and ones and then compare the two groups. That will help you see which one is bigger. You can see I did this here using my raisins. This really helped me to see which group had more. Your challenge question for today is to see who has the fewest, Abby or Mia. See if you can guess first before you check your answer. Don't forget to send a picture to your teacher. We're really excited to see your work. Well done for all your hard work comparing numbers today. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.